5, 4, 3, A. All right, now everybody, thanks for joining us. Now get up, bring some energy, because it's time to start the Cassandra Show! Oh, yeah.
Welcome to the Cassandra Show. Y'all, it was Easter weekend this weekend, so I must say that he is risen.
He's risen indeed.
Yes, he is risen indeed. I hope every last one of y'all was sitting front row in somebody's church yesterday, all right? So listen, if you ain't been to church all year long, I know you at least dusted off that Easter suit, right? Fluffed that dress up and walked through them sanctuary doors looking like a whole blessing. So whether you shouted, strolled, or just came for the macaroni and the resurrection message, we're glad that you made it. Y'all, let's keep that joy rolling today because we've got a show that you don't want to miss. So you know what y'all need to do? Y'all need to get all comfy.
Yeah.
Grab your bubbly beverage.
Yeah.
And let's get this show. Let's get it started. Let's get it started. Woo. Listen, I don't know about y'all, but I'm going to talk to my band real quick because, guys, yesterday and Saturday, we sang at 4 services. Who beat that? I think Luke might have beat that. Luke, you played at 6 services this weekend.
6 for this weekend.
Good Lord of mercy.
Come on.
Well, you know what? The Lord is going to bless you. I know everybody played this weekend. Chris, your church had 1 service. How do we get back to that?
Hey, I'm blessed beyond belief, beyond measure.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. So listen, y'all. It's time for We the People. We the People is where we don't sip tea, we spill the whole dang pot. From courtroom clapbacks. What's up with my thing? From courtroom clapbacks to celebrity chaos, we're breaking down the mess they didn't want you to know. No sugarcoating, no PR spin, just the real, raw, and ridiculous. Y'all, let's get into it. Here we go. So, we the people. I kind of like the way Chris sang that today. Oh,
come on,
yeah.
sis. We can't forget nothing.
I love the way you did that. I love the way you did it, Chris. I love it. So listen, y'all. Shannon Sharpe just clapped back hard at a $50 million assault lawsuit. And he's bringing receipts. So the woman that's suing him, his lawyers just named her and dropped a pile of graphic text showing what they say was a consensual, freaky relationship full of role play and dirty talk. So Shannon says this is nothing but a shakedown attempt, calling it straight up blackmail. He also claims that she tried to use edited sex tapes to trap him. Oh, that's messy. It's messy, it's wild, and it's headed to court. One thing's for sure, Unc ain't going down quiet the day after Easter. What is going on?
I can't think of the lawyer's name, but I saw it this morning. And it's the same lawyer who was representing the lady from the Jay-Z
the Gloria
case
something
that got kicked out. Yeah, man, it's the fake lawyer. So until he's proven guilty, I ain't buying this one.
Until he's proven guilty, he's innocent.
Come on.
That's what it is. Everyone is innocent until proven guilty.
Everyone
deserves due process, even those that were shipped over to El Salvador. That's another story. Let's move on to the next story. So, y'all, the Vatican confirmed that Pope Francis died from a stroke and heart failure just one day after riding through St. Peter's Square for Easter. He just returned from a 5-week hospital stay, and he never fully recovered. Now the church preps for the next era. The conclave is coming. We wish everyone, who is experiencing any sadness from this loss, our sincere condolences It's very hard to talk about a really happy story and then go on to one that is so sad. But he's gone to meet the person that he says he served his life for, and that's Jesus Christ. So God bless everyone. And I know that they're choosing someone, and they've already put someone in place to handle his space until they put a permanent person in there to be the next pope. All right. So let's move on to the next story, y'all. A Delta flight in Orlando, MCO International Airport, caught fire before takeoff and had to be evacuated. Now, passengers were seen fleeing down emergency slides as flames poured from the engine. No injuries, but nerves shot. Delta's replacing the plane, but folks are asking, how did this even happen? I just want to know, how is this happening? Has this been going on all the time? Or is it just something about this new year and the aviation department? What's going on?
It's been going on the whole time.
Why is it so visible right now then, Chris?
Let me get I'm going to have a tinfoil hat back here for myself, because every time we get to a conspiracy,
Yes!
I feel like putting it on, because there is something going on.
It's something going on.
It's been happening forever. The internet's not new. Airplanes ain't new. Fire ain't new.
But Delta was my go-to, and I ain't never heard about no Delta plane catching on fire, coming down out of the air, being smacked. But I just never heard it.
Why do they
Flipping
want you to
upside
hear
down?
it now?
Please tell me why they want us to hear it
Yeah,
now.
I don't
Because
know.
I think that people flying, the numbers have decreased now.
You can control anything with the media. It's not because the planes are any less safe, though.
Okay, I feel you on that. So
Yeah.
you'll jump on any old plane and just head out.
Not any old plane.
Okay. It's a little concerning to me because I already have a fear of flying. I
Yeah.
don't know about you all, but when I get on the plane, I'm already ready to go to sleep, and I don't want to know nothing until I land. So
sleep
when
now.
I'm hearing that planes are falling before you even get in the plane, it's catching on fire and you got to go down slides, and my nerves are shot. So how am I going to get to where I need to go? Maybe I don't go. Or maybe I'm gonna drive. How about that?
Y'all stay off the internet. It ain't safe. Stay off.
Listen, I think I smelled the smoke from Orlando
This morning.
International Airport. So that makes me even a little bit more scared. I could smell the fumes. Anyway, let's move on to this next story. Y'all, Kevin Gates disrespected Savannah James. Y'all, that's LeBron James' wife. So LeBron didn't name drop, but he made it very clear that he wasn't having it. So Braun posted up cute pics with his queen and threw down a royal level clap back. He said, kings don't concern themselves with peasants. Crickets. So Savannah followed with a Nicki Minaj clip like, anyways, child. And Gates responded, but the James family, they are unbothered. Y'all, I know y'all are sports fans over there. Y'all normally know what's going on. Why is this happening?
I would say just
Why?
Kevin Gates being Kevin Gates.
I
Just
wanna plead
saying
the fifth on
whatever at any time. But clearly, we know every time somebody attack his wife, LeBron James, gonna say something slick just to tell you he's not paying attention to, but he kind of heard you.
Look, they saying, how you gonna roll up on Stephen A. Smith, but all you do is make a little post about Kevin Gates. So that's why I'm pleading the fifth, because I don't want...
So Kevin is someone that you don't want to have like a back and forth with or something? I don't understand.
If you want to, you can if you want, but it just seemed to the people
The people
are saying
Why do you catch it? Why do you
that King
catch it?
James
Yeah.
don't want no smoke with Kevin Gates, but he
Really?
can roll up on Stephen A. and close enough to put hands on him. So...
Y'all, we just gonna move on because look, it's Easter
Yeah, I love
Monday.
LeBron. I don't want to get into this.
Let's move on to this next story. I'm with you, Chris.
Yeah, I don't-
All right, so Ye, that's Kanye, just posted a really disturbing graphic message about childhood trauma. And the internet is reeling. Fans are worried, critics are confused, and some are asking if this is a cry for help or yet another stunt gone way too far. So mental health experts are weighing in. They are saying, get help, but don't re-traumatize others in the process. The post has sparked serious backlash. Y'all, what's going on with Ye? What's going on with Ye?
With who?
Ye.
You said yeah? Okay, but
Ye.
yeah. I mean, I love Ye too. And when I saw the header, I was like, man, pun intended. When I saw the header, I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna be surprised or if he can shock me anymore. I flipped that screen. So I'm shocked.
He shocked you yet again.
I'm shocked. You saw what I saw this morning?
Yes.
I was like, okay.
Yeah, you were very shocked.
I don't know, because I didn't believe most of what he'd been saying for the last few years anyway. Poor guy, man.
You think he's just making all this stuff up for attention?
Man, his last few didn't hit as hard. Even to talk about Jay-Z and Beyonce's children, they didn't hit that hard. So you ignore people, and then you just like, what can I do that's worse? I don't.
I could not imagine trying to get people's attention that badly that I've got to come up with more and more stuff. I don't know what could have been worse than talking about Jay-Z and Beyonce's children.
Yeah,
and then now, okay, I'm going to sit around and think of something even worse to come up with. I mean...
So do we hope it was true, or like, you know what I mean? What does he want?
Do you hope it was true?
I don't want to talk about this. Y'all look it up. Oh my God.
Listen, Chris don't want to talk about it. We won't address it, but y'all go Google this. There's something going on with Kanye, and it is just way beyond the normal, unusual, right? It's way beyond that. So, y'all, we're going to take a short break. We have an amazing guest.
Right.
We have a guest that's going to bring something real sweet to the table. Don't y'all go nowhere. Dre is in the house for the culture. Welcome back to the Sandra Show. Y'all, today on the show, we are serving up something sweet. From mouth-watering treats to desserts that'll make you want to skip dinner and go straight to dessert. Our guest is here to show us, I might save you some. So our guest is here to show us how she bakes up magic in the kitchen. Whether it's cupcakes, cookies, or something totally unique, she's got the skills to make your taste buds dance. Y'all, welcome to the show, Dreysa C. Skinner. Hello, Dreysa.
Hello.
I am so delighted to have you here.
Thank you. Thank you.
So I met you a few weeks ago,
Yes.
and before I could say anything to you, I saw these amazing desserts, and then you had some for every guest that was there. And when I was driving home, like driving, I was like, I need you on the TV. It is so good what you do. Thank you so much for sharing, and thank you for coming today. So tell me, what's the most satisfying part of baking for you?
Getting the responses from my customers.
Okay.
Like, I would truly do it because I want everyone to enjoy cake.
Really?
That's
'Cause
it.
we were going to ask you, like, is it the process? Is it the smell while you're cooking them? Or that moment when people take the first bite?
Yes,
So
the
it's that.
process is important to me. My secret ingredient is love. So I'm very intentional about what I listen to while I'm baking. So I'm listening to sermons or podcasts, something that's feeding into me because I'm pouring into others.
It is so true. It reminds me of that movie called Like Water for Chocolate. I don't know if you've ever seen that, but it's basically about this lady that cooks, and she was sad one day that she was cooking. And so when everybody started eating her food, they all started weeping. And then the next time she cooked, she was happy and everybody was happy. So you pour love into everything that you make. And that's probably why I was driving home all happy. And then I called one of our friends that loves your desserts as well. And she was like, oh, I swear by Drea. Like, she is amazing. So what's the craziest, most unexpected flavor combination that you've ever tried? And how did it turn out?
Well, I think it would be my signature item, which is called brown sugar baby.
Brown. Oh, I love it. Stop it. You gotta sing, Drea. Brown sugar, baby. We get high on your love. Don't know how to come from. Yes. I love that song.
So that's actually this one over here.
This is brown sugar, baby.
Yes, and so it's a cinnamon rum flavor, and it started off with a recipe that I found, and then I just turned it into my own, and it's been my signature item.
Wow,
So with
I
that
love
one, I actually bake it, and then I poke a bunch of holes in it. And it's funny because my mom, she came over the other day and was like, what do you need knitting needles for? And I said, that's how I poke the holes in my cake.
Are you serious?
Yes, so it's just the perfect
that's cool.
size. So just being innovative with many things.
You are very
but
innovative.
I create this like syrup that I pour over the cake and let it soak in. So that one, that is my personal favorite. It's my signature item. You won't find it anywhere else.
I love it. Only with you.
Yes.
So we all have our go-to comfort food. If you had to choose, what's your ultimate comfort dessert?
I would say brownies. And I don't bake them often because I love them so much.
So you would eat them all.
Right. Chocolate is my weakness, but I'm also allergic to milk. So that milk chocolate I can't really go to, but the brownie has the cocoa powder, which I can consume, better. And so I would say brownies. Yes.
I love it. I love it. Well, I think it's time for us to get into making these cupcakes. She brought some cupcakes for us to decorate. Would you please help educate me as to how we're going to do this? I'm going to let you go inside. Here we go.
Okay, so here we have a little package. So inside you will find your gloves.
Okay, thank you.
And then, so get that out.
I love it. Oh, this is too cute. I love this.
And here you have your cream cheese frosting because, we're doing red velvet cupcakes.
Thank
We have
you.
to do cream cheese frosting.
Okay. Oh my God, I love that song. I think that song by For the Culture. For the Nation. All right, putting the gloves on.
Yeah.
Now, I know baking can be like super technical, but what's something that you've learned through trial and error that you swear by now as we are starting to move this around?
I would say my trial and error would be I use baking strips. And that is like, so my background is elementary education with a master's in math and science education. Weighing things and like that science, bringing that math, I love it.
I love that you can put the science behind it.
Yes.
That's important.
Yes, so the baking strips kind of give the temperature, the cakes an even amount of temperature throughout. So that is like my
baking
go-to.
Strips.
Yes, so you soak them in water and then you wrap it around the pan.
Really?
And that allows the middle of the cake and the outside of the cake to bake at the same temperature. So it gives a more even level of the cake also, and the moisture of the cake, like the outside,
Oh, my
isn't
goodness.
as dry.
I never knew that.
Giving out my secrets.
Well,
just for
that's
you.
why you're doing the baking,
Yeah.
and we love to eat what you
Yeah.
create. All right.
So you also have your piping bag in your tip. So you're
love
gonna
it.
open your bag, and I already cut it at the bottom.
Okay.
So you can just drop the tip in with the.
Oh, that's how you do that.
Yes.
Guys, you just drop
it
the tip in.
Make sure it's nice and snug.
Make sure it's nice and snug. I like it.
And then you're gonna use your spatula to scoop the frosting in.
Okay.
But you wanna fold the bag
Oh, I
over.
gotta roll it down.
Yes, so that you don't get icing all the
that
way at the
makes
top,
sense.
and it's not coming out of the top.
That makes a lot of sense. Okay. Are we ready now?
Yes.
I love this.
Scoop it in there. If you want to push it down as you're scooping it.
This makes me think that you do little parties for people too, because you
I
have all the little
do.
personal things here.
Yes, I do cake decorating classes.
Wow.
I've done a few with different ages, just having fun.
Oh, I love it.
So you roll it up and then push it all the way down.
Okay. I'm rolling it up. Pushing it down. Okay.
All right, so now you're gonna get your cupcake.
Okay. I have a cupcake.
What
Is this
happened to
a
your
red
other
velvet?
one? It is a red velvet.
It's
which is
my favorite.
My top seller.
Okay.
So we're actually going to do two different decorating styles.
Okay.
So one is like the more traditional cupcake where it's kind of tall, and then the other one will be kind of like a flower.
Okay.
So with the tall one, you start from the outside and you go around and kind of build on top of the
Okay.
on top
Do
of
you
the
want to make the
frosting.
tall one and then I'm going to do the other one, or we're making tall
We're
together?
making tall together.
Okay, we're being tall together.
I like the ice cream cone.
Look at this. I love it.
Okay, stop.
Look at
There you
that, y'all.
And then the other one.
Okay. Put this one down. We're going to eat it later. Thank you so much.
And then the other one, you're going to start in the middle
Okay.
and go around instead of going on the outside.
Ah, okay.
So,
I'm watching
middle,
you first. Uh-huh.
And then just go around it. And
And
you
just
kind of
keep-
make like a rose.
That's so cute. I love it. I've always wondered how you do that. Okay, mine isn't going to be as pretty as yours.
Practice makes improvement.
Okay.
There you go.
I did it.
Yep.
I did it.
You did it.
So much, look, y'all. I love it. I love it.
Yes.
And it's that easy.
It's that easy.
When I tell you the way it looks when you serve it, it looks like it takes like an hour to make one.
Well, I mean, you're good at what you do, so you're gonna be good at anything you
That
do.
part. Thank you. You're so kind. I love you. All right. So what are we doing with this now? Is it time to
Eat it?
Ah, we gonna eat it. Oh my goodness. Now, red velvet is my most favorite dessert. So thank you so much
You're
for starting with this. And
welcome.
this is your bestseller.
Yes.
Now, y'all know when you have Thanksgiving and Christmas, it's always like, okay, it's such and such bringing the red velvet
Right,
cake.
yes.
And if they're not bringing it, I'm not eating. But I just found somebody that can make a red velvet just like Aunt Keitha.
And that's what I want. I want you to feel like you're at the kitchen table,
Yes.
feel, talking to your aunt, your grandma, have
Yes.
that nostalgic feeling. It takes you back to a good moment in life.
Yes, and you're doing that.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness. So have you ever made a dessert that just didn't go according to plan? And how did you bounce back
Of
from that?
course. Like
Yes.
I said, practice makes improvement.
You gotta keep practicing.
Keep practicing.
Okay.
Don't give up. And then there are plenty of people in my circle that I love that will always take my delicious disaster.
Oh, delicious disaster.
Yes.
I love that.
I'm like, hey, I got a delicious disaster. They're like, yes.
Oh my God.
They don't care what it is. They don't care
They're
what the
ready
mess up
for it.
is. Because some things just aren't able to be sold. As a professional, if I make any mistake, I'm not going to sell it, but it's still edible.
Okay, so can you please add me to your delicious disaster list?
Yes, ma'am, I will.
Okay, I need that. I need that. So we know you're the dessert queen, but if you had to pick just one type of baked good to eat for the rest of your life, what would it be? We know you love
let's-
brownies.
Okay, so let's take out my allergy
Yes.
because that's important. I would say cheesecake.
Cheesecake?
Yes, and it's crazy because I make these cakes so much and I try not to eat them, but cheesecake, again, I don't make often because I would eat it.
Right.
But with cheesecake, I can do different varieties be fancy with like the flavors, like a turtle cheesecake, a chocolate. For my birthday one time, I did an Oreo cheesecake, but it was in between 2 layers of chocolate cake.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Oh, you know, you my best friend now. I got a new best friend, y'all. Can you please tell us where we can find you?
Yes,
your desserts.
I am on Facebook and Instagram under Desserts by Dre. That's
Desserts by Dre, and that's spelled
DESS because you want more dessert than desert.
Yes, exactly. 2 S's, y'all.
Yes, so DESSERTSBYDREY.
Desserts by Dre.
Yes.
Dre, thank you so much for
You're
joining
welcome.
us. When the cameras go off, everybody is going to be in here.
Thank you so
Dre's
much.
Desserts.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. Listen, to all of our viewers, God bless you. Thank you for joining us. And bon appetit for the culture. Get us out of here.
Come on, y'all. We got to go eat some cake, y'all. Come on. Just scan that QR code at the bottom of your screen. Because we've got so much more exclusive content and cake for all y'all right here only on the Sandra Show.